don't care that they're in the country. I just don't want them near me. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, welcome to the Corey Bondcast. Hey, thanks for checking out this episode of the podcast. I just did a take on this. I'm like, I'm going to keep it real short, but no, I got to take time to give proper shout out to my boys. All right, my boy Simeon Dove, Pensacola artist. You guys check him out. Check him out because he's going up. All right, you guys will see he's going to the moon. All right, WTC, that's our music group. We all going to be there. All right, but give Dove a follow. You'll see he coming out with some crazy stuff. You guys haven't heard it yet, but I've heard it. I can tell you. It's crazy. So enough of that. This is my boy. All right. Sim always keeps it real. Always got my back. No matter what I need, I can always rely on him. All right. He's always going to bring the motivation, always going to bring the energy, never on any BS. Nah, he only keeps it real. All right. That's my boy. Ever since first time we met, we've been tight as can be. Sim, I know you're going to be listening to this. I love you, brother. All right. Anything you ever need, you know I got you. And you know I want to see you succeed, and I'll do whatever I can to help you achieve that. All right. And what I love about my boy Sim is that I already know he feels the same way. Anything I need, he's got me, and he wants nothing more than to see me succeed as well. All right. So you guys see what's coming. Shouts out Ethan. All right. Me and Ethan, we met in like 4th grade probably. We haven't been super tight over the years, but anytime he's around, it's always a good time. Ethan's a real dude, all right? Super funny, super talented. Anything I've seen him ever attempt, he's been great at. Like, Ethan's a stud, absolutely. People from Gulf Breeze, you know his name, Ethan Jones. I'm excited to have him on here. You know, Ethan's someone I've looked up to for a while. This is my boy, all right? Ethan always keeps it real too, so I hope you guys enjoy this episode. I got, have my roommate, my boy Kian. All right, me and Kian been tight since elementary school as well. So he comes on here for a little while. We had some good conversation. We talk. Listen, you Gulf Breeze people are going to like this episode because we get into the trenches of Gulf Breeze High School. You guys are going to like this. All right. I won't hold you guys any longer. If you're on YouTube, like, subscribe, check us out on Instagram because like I said, WTC going up. Spotify, give us a follow, share it with people around you. We're trying to build Pensacola up. All right, that's why we're out here. That's why we're doing WTC. It's not just because we're trying to get the bag. No, we're trying to build a community in Pensacola. All right, so people in the area, share this. Let's get going. All right, Pensacola artists, creative people, Pensacola people who want to make a difference in the community. Let's get together. Let's work. All right. Enjoy this episode, you guys.
So okay.
No, we're not starting there. I was just trying to say the most offensive shit.
No, I like it. I like to start by pushing the boundaries up front. You know, we're not going to beat around the bush. We know exactly what we're here to do.
We don't beat around bushes.
We don't beat around bushes
at all.
Away.
Yeah. So we're here. This is Simeon, Ethan.
Gang.
We're here. We're just hanging out.
We haven't
all hung out in a long time. It's been a minute since we all got together and did anything.
It's been a fat minute.
You know, we got a lot to catch up on. What have you been up to, Ethan? Because I know me and Simeon stay hanging out.
Yes, sir, we do.
Yeah, I've been in college, which is the main thing I've been doing. Working with a nonprofit as well.
What nonprofit?
Oh, I got a nonprofit called Project Blue Jay, and basically, no, what happened?
It's fine. It'll keep recording.
Oh.
The monitor just turned off.
Okay, we gotta start again.
Working on that Cheddarverse, and I can't figure out how to come on it. I have certain parts that I'm like, I really like that. You know, I can, really, you know, so. Yeah. Times I really caught it, so
I got you, bro. Listen, I can't wait to hear that.
It's coming.
I know you're gonna kill it.
I've been working on it, so I
know you're gonna kill it. Well, bet let's just jump right in. All right. So we're here.
We'll get there. Yeah,
we got Ethan, the boy.
Finally, I'm back in town, dude. It's been a minute since I'd say.
Where have you been?
I've been in college, dude. Everybody left. Now I have no friends, dude. Everybody's gone.
Where are you in college at?
West Alabama.
Really? It's like that's how out of touch we are. Because I thought you were at PSC still. I'm not gonna lie.
It's been a minute since I've
been a
PSC.
minute.
Fake friend.
Fake friend.
Heck, last
Fake
time
friend.
we all hung out was when we all went out to Soundside.
Yeah.
We all went out to the beach. Remember? That was a while ago.
Yeah.
You may have even been gone by then. I don't think we talked about any of that.
Was that at 4 o'clock in the morning?
No.
Was that super late?
It was like 10.
Was I there?
Really?
Yeah, you were there. It was the three of us.
We just hang out in a tree. That's what we do.
Yeah.
That's why. Yes.
No, the tree house. I think we went to the tree house, but then we went over to the swing.
Yes, and I think it says a lot about a group of people when you can just hang out and not do anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That doesn't have to be some kind of event.
Yeah.
That's how I've always felt about y'all guys. I can just talk to you.
Appreciate that.
Which is crazy.
You
It is
always
crazy.
the same way.
Simeon, I have a question.
What's your question?
So, what are you doing right now to differentiate yourself from different artists in this A, locally,
Yep.
and B, just worldwide? What's different about you?
So, actually, without saying too much,
Yeah, we got it.
like locally, I stand out a lot. So, well, for my plans at least. So the plans that I have, like, we're working on things that aren't done.
Right.
Everyone's just shooting a video, paying some artist. Okay, no beef, but Pensacola video artists, people be paying them $300. And they just come out with a video and it just looks like dog.
Trash.
Like they have no idea what they're doing with the camera and they just try to rely on post effects and it's trash. Like put your effects in there but use it to amplify your art. Like it's terrible.
Yeah, and be different. I feel like if I see one more rap video where the little stupid line goes around their body, you know what I mean, or the X's over the eyes, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Yeah.
It's like there's the amount of times that everything has been doing. Like I can tell the difference between a local video and a video that was like from somebody with an audience.
Even then, the people with the audiences are being lazy.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, you look at a 50 Cent video.
Yeah.
And from what in the club, like that video, all of any video by him, high production, crazy scenes. Lil Wayne, same thing, crazy scenes, high production. They put a lot of thought into it. Yeah. And they're not putting any thought into it
nowadays. Yeah.
It's just get a video out so you can get the
big
views.
Car.
The stuff that we're talking about doing, all the songs that we're working on, the videos we're talking about making. Like when we're sitting around talking about, we don't talk about a lot of effects. We don't talk about a lot of stuff like that. No, we're trying. We talk about going places and getting people involved and having scenes of people working together.
And how we execute it,
doing it in an artistic way. Whereas I feel like I don't watch a lot of local rap videos. I can't say I've done a lot of that, but it's like I feel like it's so much better if you can just get people together and do it in an artistic way instead of just trying to flex all the time. And that's all you do. Yeah. I feel like that's just what I like about our group is I don't feel like any of us are like that.
Right.
Like we all enjoy a good flex when we can. Who doesn't?
But we stay humble.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's what because we are. That's why we're still here. We got
that's why I appreciate you guys because you like all of you guys. Everyone stays humble.
Likewise.
Appreciate that whole group, bro. Shout out E10. Who else? Shout out Hoodie Gang.
Bryce, bro.
Shout out Bryce.
Young Smiles.
Who was what? Oh yeah, dude, that thing is gonna be huge. I have not seen.
It came out at 7:30 tonight.
Hoodie Gang has been killing
watch
it.
That.
Vices by Young Smiles is out tonight.
That guy
shouts out.
Bryce Brighton, I think is his name. The guy brought.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce his last name.
A jacked dude that just goes around getting into parties. I mean, I feel like he was at Lil Wayne's or 50 Cent's like party or something. I mean, like they've been just actually going out and doing stuff. Bro. I mean,
these are local people. You're
local.
Talking about?
These are local, bro. And they're
I'm not familiar with a lot of these names.
Oh my gosh, dude, they're throwing parties all the time. I see ads all over Instagram. I was trying to
go to Hoodie Gang, but I never was able to go.
Yeah, I met Bryce when I went to Atlanta for that Young Smiles video a couple weeks ago.
Yeah.
And he's a cool guy. Like, it's respect, you know. He's his own CEO, you know. He started his Hoodie Gang. Like, good for him, bro.
Yeah, it's really neat. And it's especially to see the cooperation between people. To see you, like you drove out all the way to Atlanta. That's 4 hours, and I know you love Atlanta, and I love Atlanta.
Yeah.
But you drove out there to be in this guy's video. What do you have to gain from that material wise? Like nothing. You went out there because you wanted to go support him and you wanted to hang out.
Yeah, why not?
Exactly. And when you all get exposure from it, sure, but it's not like you're gonna get a ton of exposure for being in his video.
Yeah.
But you went there because you wanted to go.
Exactly.
That shows a lot, and to have people those are the kind of people that I like that we need to keep around us.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Who else has been killing it from Pensacola recently?
Let me tell you who's actually killing it.
All right. Okay.
Oh no.
Because I know you keep
you got. Okay. Let me tell you, London Smith.
Okay.
Hottest around. I don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty for sure he's from Navarre.
Really?
Like he just did a show last night in Fort Walton at Upscale Cafe. Let me tell y'all, I literally got the boys together.
Yeah.
I got the girls. We went to Fort Walton, all the way from Pensacola. So
Really?
for anyone that doesn't know, it's like an hour and 20-minute drive. Not that bad, but it's an event, and we have to go over the bridge to get to go freeze. It's an event. So we ended up picking boy Iceman up, and we drove all the way to there, and I realized I didn't have my wallet, so I couldn't even get in. So we were outside the Upscale club, like about to see this man London Smith perform, and literally had to drive all the way back, and we just ended up getting Whataburger. Like it was just like,
oh man,
that's disappointing. But that was last night, London Smith though, he's
going off.
He's so fire. Y'all look it up.
If you hear about shows like that, even if we don't go together or anything like that, send them my way because I would love to go to something like that. And I know Jay would be
definitely
be down to do that.
Definitely, it was so last minute. He literally posted. He was like, "Yo, tonight."
Yeah.
And I literally called Isaac.
Because that's kind of stuff that's where you go and you see the crowd, you see the energy, you see how people around here are listening to your music, and you can just get people to go and check it out and network.
Agree.
It's really cool.
Agree, 100%.
It's really interesting to see that because we're like with our group, we've just got a lot of, like you said, a lot of projects where we're working on, and also it sounds like a lot of other people in the area are working on a lot of projects. So it'll be interesting to see how Pensacola does with music. It feels like there's a lot of potential here.
Yeah, I feel that way. I feel that maybe everybody thinks that way about their hometown, but like there's really some seriously talented people here.
Yeah.
I mean, Xander, Xander Burt went off, and he's in Atlanta now doing crazy stuff. I mean, there's like, who's that guy that you did a song with him, or you were gonna do a song with him? He's verified now.
Poppy?
Maybe Poppy. No.
Little Poppy Slime Guy?
Yeah.
Shout out Poppy, bro.
Yeah,
it's hard.
I mean, there's and left and right. I feel like all the time I'm hearing about these people, like just actually doing. Caleb Knight, I know he's doing crazy stuff out in Atlanta. I mean,
it seems like a lot of people get to a certain level here and then go to Atlanta.
Yeah,
it seems like that's
Atlanta seems to be.
I
know, and that's where the rap game has been for a minute. If I'm not wrong,
it's a great city.
The
culture in Atlanta is different.
Yeah.
And I know we've talked about that a lot, but it just feels like coming from here, going to Atlanta, you can. It's
just
so different.
it.
It's so different. You can feel it in the air. People look at you differently.
The mentality.
People. Like when you lock eyes with people, it really just feels different there. I don't know how else to explain it.
Really?
It's like everyone feels very. I don't know how.
It's like a city. Well, there's a city mentality. I feel like when people are constantly going from place to place, and plus when there's massive buildings and everybody's just walking around. I mean, it's not very natural. You know what I mean? Everything is very cutthroat. I feel like in cities, and you know, you don't get that like. That's why they call it Southern charm or whatever it's called.
Right,
It's because we're actually out in the world, you know what I mean? And in massive cities,
surprisingly, I found it's not even that the people weren't friendly. I felt like the people were almost more friendly there. Did you feel like that?
Georgia, dude.
So
I love Georgia for that reason. It's like they do. That's like they have that hospitality, that consideration that we.
Yeah, and it's like when they look at you, it's not. It's like a respectful look. It's not like they're looking at you like checking you out like, who are you? What are you doing? It's like there seems like to be a lot of mutual respect between people there. And like you said, it's such a cutthroat environment that it's like everyone realizes that everyone's just trying to get there. It's like we're all just trying to get by, and no one's looking down on you for trying to get yours. People are interested in what you're doing and they want you to grow. Whereas it feels like around here, if you talk about doing something different, people are just trying to give you a reason not to do it. Well, people want to tell you why you can't do what you want to do here.
That might be the Gulf Breeze High School in us, because I feel like ever since I've left, I've been like, everything is completely different and nobody acts that way. I mean, that place felt like Gossip Girl for 4 years. It was this weird socialite system. I just did not. I didn't realize that people weren't that way, and I feel like I've had to unteach myself a lot of things.
That's really well put.
I feel like around here people have so much to prove.
Yes, bro.
Like they can't just be okay with themselves.
I don't know. I just feel like everybody's insecure.
Agreed.
And we all are because we're young. I get it.
Like,
nobody knows who they are.
Crazy.
I totally get it. Nobody knows who they are yet. But I mean, the
young people in Atlanta didn't act that way. The young people in Atlanta weren't like that. It's so different. It's like you get out of that environment there, and like you said, the world is just so different. And it's not even, listen, I had a great experience at Gulf Breeze. I never had any problems. I didn't have issues with people. To be fair, I spent my junior year partly in dual enrollment. Senior year, I wasn't at the high school at all, and I feel like that's probably a big part of it. Is that senior year I was doing dual enrollment the whole time, but I never had a problem with Gulf Breeze. Gulf Breeze treated me very well, I see it from other people's perspectives, and I see now that I'm away from the people there, it's like, wow, there's so many more cooler people in this world that it feels like it.
People that are genuine, and everybody hates Gulf Breeze, even people from Gulf Breeze.
True.
Yeah, and pretty much everybody outside. Have you realized that, dude?
Mm-hmm.
We are the most hated school. Yeah. We were.
Yeah, it's like I grew up in Pensacola, you know, and then just moved to Gulf Breeze.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stand it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I really had a bad time at that school. Like, and we were talking about Garrett Howler. Shout out Garrett Howler.
Hey, shout out Garrett.
Garrett
gets all the shout outs in the world.
All the shout outs. That man literally got me through high school. Like,
and me and Sim and Garrett, we're gonna do a podcast together because me and Sim have been talking about this, and I hope Garrett hears this because Garrett got Simeon through high school, whereas Garrett got me through middle school. Without Garrett, I would be completely different. I'd be a completely different person 100%. If it wasn't for all this time I spent with him, and it's all positive. Yeah, it's like, great. And it was funny seeing it was like the handoff. Like I handed Garrett off to Simeon, and they were like best buddies, and I still saw Garrett around. But like
we were
he was my number one boy for a minute because it's just like he's just different.
Yeah. Did y'all ever notice that he would show up to school 4 times a year?
Yeah.
Every time. Yeah. Like every class I've ever had with him, he would show up 4 days.
Just ace the test.
And always ace the test. Just come back and
so
just
smart.
Slam, dude. I don't understand.
Yeah.
He was gone for months on end. I took a seat. Shout out to Garrett. Thank you for your seat, bro. That was the best seat in the class.
Are you talking about
Mr. Spencer's?
Oh God.
Coach Spencer.
Listen.
Coach.
We had a mutual hatred for each other.
Dude.
Why is that?
Are we allowed to talk about Coach Spencer, dude? Well,
okay. Well, we can call him by a different name if you want. Like Coach Spencer.
Well, just bleep it out. Just bleep it out. Bleep, bleep. Bleep, bleep. Coach bleep.
What's he gonna do? Watch it?
Yeah, watch it.
What's he gonna do? Get fired again?
Let me tell you. This man told me I couldn't go to the bathroom anymore.
Oh my God, dude. I got banned from the bathroom too. No, you never told me that.
No.
He came up to me. He made me stay after class one day and said, "Bro, no more bathroom." I don't know what he thought I was doing there. I was not doing anything wrong. Twice a day, maybe.
I told this man I had a small bladder and I drink a lot of water and I don't care. I'm going to the bathroom regardless. Listen, I don't care.
I have a goldfish bladder. I have a goldfish bladder, bro. Okay, if I drink a cup of water, bathroom. 30 minutes. Really? 30 minutes. It's happening. Okay, so if a teacher ever told me I couldn't use bathroom, I would be mad. I'd be so mad.
I would just go to the bathroom anyways.
And that's a little bit of an exaggeration. It's not quite like that, but I feel you that like after lunch, the class after lunch, I'm going to the bathroom because I drank a bunch of water during lunch. That's always the case.
You got your juice box.
There's some rules. There's some high school rules that absolutely blow me away. The fact that there's somebody who can be like, nah, you can't piss right now. Whenever is that possible, bro? You could be in a deposition hearing and you literally, like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no other place you can't piss.
That's true.
It's just ridiculous.
School is child abuse.
School's crazy right now.
It is crazy.
I can't believe the stuff that we're being told. It is hilarious how unbelievably out of touch we are on purpose.
We don't learn anything
it's crazy.
useful.
It's so wild.
Nothing.
It's so wild.
Listen, I guarantee every single person knows that the mitochondria is the power of the cell. But do any of us know how to file taxes?
You know why I know that? You know why I know that? League of Legends.
What? You play
League of Legends have to do with the mitochondria.
Bro, were you there for that game?
No.
I guess, okay, my bad. I thought you were there for that game. Literally. He's like, what? Literally.
How did you learn that?
We were playing a big game of ARAM, bro. And this guy literally just spams the mitochondria is the power of the cell in all caps the whole game. So that's all we saw the whole game. I thought you were in that game. My bad. This was a long time ago. Long time ago. But like you would have remembered if you were.
That's so funny.
That was great.
Yeah, I mean, well, there's what else are we learning that's complete garbage?
Guns are bad.
We got there quick. Wait,
listen, I didn't learn that in school. I'm gonna be honest. I never heard anything like that.
Well, not that you knew of.
No, but we all know the hard corners. We all know how to get into the hard corners, so school shooters don't get.
Listen, what's bullcrap is the history that they teach in our schools.
Oh yeah, I agree.
Okay,
yeah.
they teach us so much unimportant stuff instead of learning things about American history that can actually benefit us because they affect us today. Do you know how much I learned in the honors class here at UWF about American history? So much stuff that everyone should know. Like we didn't learn anything about the abuse that happened to African Americans in America back like any time. We didn't learn about that stuff at Gulf Breeze. Sure, some
they had a week, but it was
teachers.
It was terrible. It was,
teachers.
I learned all of that stuff outside of and if we
like,
had
wow.
that class to be devoted to current politics rather than like nobody's gonna pay attention. Like when you're young, you were just born right now, and there's this world in front of you. You should figure out what's going on right now, and then worry about everything that led up to it. If 20
years before.
Yes. If we could learn like from ourselves and just focus on right now instead of all like getting the history of everything. I mean, nobody knows about what's going on at this moment. You know what I mean?
True.
That's why
nobody knows a thing.
It's crazy. If that's what school had an outlet for, I mean, that would be some kind of. I guess that's debate club is. I guess the best thing that you could do for that.
Debate is pretty good.
Debate, yeah. Shout out to debate.
Shout out debate
club.
Who was
dude.
the teacher? AP History. I never.
Oh,
had
she
her.
was amazing.
I never had her, but
Miss,
everyone.
it starts with a G.
Everyone.
She's fantastic. Man, I don't remember.
Do you know who would know?
Shout out her.
Garrett.
Shout out Miss Spillers. Did anybody ever have Miss Spillers?
Nah. Miss Mason? Everyone knows Miss Mason.
Yeah,
Miss Mason,
Mason's at home.
I know the name, but I forget.
Okay, so let me tell you this, bro. Oh, she's the virtual teacher that had all the computers in her room. That just like all the virtual students went there.
Oh.
I had Miss Renfro. I was about to say shout out Miss Renfro because Miss Renfro was one of the best teachers I had, bro. Anything you ever needed, Miss Renfro had you, and she was smart, bro. Yeah. She knew about a lot of stuff, and she would teach you. But I saw Miss Mason around a lot,
bro.
Being around Miss Renfro so much.
I had a science teacher, and literally my final exam was like I had a bunch of options, and I was literally just like copy paste. You know how online school is. Don't care about the class at all. It was Earth and Space Science.
Facts. Worst class.
Okay, bro. So it was some like I don't remember her name, but she was like a fire teacher. She was always super sweet, virtual teacher. And I can't stand virtual teachers. So I was like, one of the options was make a song about Earth and space science, and that about the exam. So that was like the exam. So I was like, what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna write a paper. I'm gonna write a song. You know how easy that is for me. Obviously, I was already rapping at this time. Huh?
Do you on YouTube?
No.
Put it on YouTube, and I wanna link it so people can hear it.
Never. Listen.
You gotta
listen.
intercut it in the video. It's in the video right now. There. Okay.
Listen, you'll never get a hold of it. But I submitted this, and you know what this virtual science teacher did?
Wait, do you remember any bars from it? From your science class rap? What was it about?
The lithosphere is something upper mantle. This assignment I can handle.
Bars.
I don't know, bro. Something like crazy, you know. And I submitted this as the exam.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what she did? She sent it to Miss Mason. You know what Miss Mason did?
What?
She played it for every single period.
I have heard it. That's right. Oh my god, I know what you're talking about now. Dude, that shit was hard. That was actually good.
And I have to say it. Shouts out Thomas Simmering.
Ooh.
King Simmering, bro. That man.
Shouts out more than anyone else at Gulf Breeze High School. And he was
I disagree because I have one shouts out that everybody's gonna agree with.
We had him for a semester. And this man, we literally loved him so much that we took videos of him throughout his whole class, bro.
Yeah.
And then like the whole semester.
Because what happened. Sorry, I didn't mean to.
You're good.
Just to set it up, like we had one teacher, and then she had to leave. I don't remember what happened, but she had to leave after Christmas break. So Thomas Simmering came in and filled that last semester. He was only there for a semester with us.
See, I came in halfway through the year to that class. I didn't even have the lady teacher. See, I was in the virtual school doing virtual class for the first semester, and then I came in, Mr. Simmering.
You walked into I'm sitting here, and you're my boy, right? This is groundbreaking to me. That I'm sitting here in class one day. I didn't really like anyone in that class. I didn't have anyone to talk to. No one. Remember, like Christian was cool. Hey, shouts out Christian. That was my boy.
That kid was hilarious.
So funny. He was there.
So funny.
And we kind of talked, but not really. And then one day you just walk in the class, and I'm like, "Oh, yo, what's up?" And you come sit by me, or you sat over there.
Yeah, I sat across from you.
You sat across, and I was like, "No way!" And then we were just. And we just sat together the rest of the year.
Yeah, it was fun. That was a good class, bro.
But
who are you
I
saying
can't
everyone
believe-
agrees with.
I cannot believe that we've talked about the grades of Gulf Breeze without mentioning
Mr.
Mac.
Brothers. Mr. Brothers.
This dude's crazy.
Shout out Mr. Mac. Listen, I never met him,
Did he do it?
but I know. Listen, seriously, I know his family members. Shout out his family members. You are the tightest, best friend I've ever had. Good life. Life is good. Thank you so much.
Crazy.
Mr. Brothers. Shout out Mr. Brothers. Listen, Mr. Brothers has been the biggest G my entire life. Okay?
Yeah.
The biggest G.
Yeah.
G.
This man, every time we come into ITV, you know, he's just like, you're the guy. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you're the guy. Like,
Always the fist bumps.
Always the fist bumps.
Always great with it.
The big, like, if you could have a principal, I wouldn't change him for anybody.
Really?
Mr. Brothers is the best principal I could have ever asked for.
I wish I knew him better.
Bro.
And I never really got to know him like
That's
that.
a shame because he's a great guy. What I know of him.
He's no Mr. Mac, but he sure is the second probably best person. I will agree. I will agree.
There you go.
I will agree.
Yeah,
There you
I
go.
got you. Listen, I don't think either of you guys had Latin, did you?
No.
But
Dr. Taylor, I heard.
gotta say,
What's the
shouts
family?
out Mr. Taylor.
Shout out
Mr.
Mr.
Taylor.
I had Mr. Taylor.
Mr. Taylor, again.
I heard from Garrett.
Always. Yeah, Garrett had him. We had that class together for a semester, maybe even 2. But listen, Mr. Taylor always had our back. No matter what we needed, he was always there. Like, he was the boy. Listen, he would roast us. Listen,
I heard he
shouts
was
out,
super mean.
shouts out, Whit's my boy, Mr. Taylor, and all of us. We would roast Whit all the time because Mr. Taylor would hear us doing it, and then he would join in and he would roast Whit. But the thing is, Whit always took it well.
Right,
Like
right.
he
Yeah,
always, he
Whit,
always
yeah.
took it well, and we joked back and forth. And the thing was that we always just did. It was always part of the class.
Of course.
No one ever. I don't think anyone ever got butt hurt. But Mr. Taylor was the best. We watched a lot of movies in that class. I'm not gonna lie. But he was a great teacher.
That's why he was great.
Yeah.
Bro.
Any more shouts outs?
Okay, honorable mentions. Officer Eskridge.
Officer Esker's the homie.
No cap. He's still
Stephanie Duffy
he
the
supports
homie.
us on Instagram.
He still
Really?
likes my stuff on Instagram
Same.
and comments.
Listen,
Like, I
I'm gonna be
love
honest,
that man.
I never met him, and he likes my stuff. Like I never had interactions with him.
Yeah.
Dude, what a guy. I saw him
And
at
he
Walmart
likes
the
all
other
of my
day.
stuff.
Yeah.
What a guy. I saw him at Walmart. I was too high. I wasn't going to say hi. But
True.
Be like that.
I really was.
Yeah. Any shouts out?
Shouts.
Stephanie Duffy shouts out.
Oh, how could I forget?
I
Miss
know,
Duffy.
teacher of
Miss
the year.
Duffy.
Yeah, I don't
Miss
know.
Duffy.
Yeah, that's
What
possible.
a beautiful woman.
Gorgeous. Lovely
Facts.
lady.
Lovely.
Love that woman. And
Miss Duffy was great.
Coach King?
Coach King is the
King.
homie.
Dude, Coach King.
Coach Ricks was the homie.
We had banter, but that guy, he was solid. He's a solid
gone.
guy.
Hey,
Hey, shouts out.
I miss him.
This isn't Gulf Breeze High School, but
No,
shouts out-
I won't have it. I will not have it if it's not a Gulf Breach. All right,
Shouts
go.
out Officer Banks.
Mad facts. The amount of things I got out of.
So many people hate Officer Banks, but we had good interactions with him.
What?
Like-
Dude, I have one. So you know how sometimes like when you open up your car, if you have a shitty car, and you unlock it and then open it, how it acts like the intruder alarm's going off or whatever. Yeah. So it happened for like 1 second. He just rolls down, like rolls down his window, and he's like, "Hey man, your car alarm went off." I was like, "Yeah, dude, I'm in the car though." And I've got the key for it, so he's like, just letting you know. And I was like, cool, got it.
He's hilarious.
I don't understand.
So funny.
Bro, listen, he has pulled me over so many times, and like, I don't know how, but every single time I've just had nothing on me. Like,
Yeah.
that man.
I have been luck of the draw, dude. I swear.
Bro, we gotta tell the story.
Oh my gosh,
gotta
we
tell
got
the
to.
story.
Oh, I
Okay,
forgot.
Listen,
Oh my
listen.
gosh.
Listen, for real.
Okay.
We were out here.
Yeah.
Me and Sim were hanging out. Okay. I had just smoked for my first time that night. I was fine. I barely smoked any, but I was just nervous.
Yeah.
You know, I was just anxious, and we were out there. Me and Sim went over to your house. There was a lot of cars being moved around. I don't remember what that was all about, but Hunter got involved. Hunter Bedell, shouts out Hunter. That's
Shouts
my
out
boy. I
Hunter.
haven't seen him in a minute.
It's been a while.
Shouts out
but,
Hunter.
but Hunter,
Shout out Zaxby's.
shouts out Zaxby's. I never worked there, but the
Zaxby's.
Zaxby's people were always cool with us.
Zaxby's,
They were
bro.
always cool with us.
Yeah.
But we were all in our cars, and Hunter was 19. He should have just driven, but we decided to take your car for whatever reason. That was right. We had to take your car to go get his car.
Yeah.
And the thing was, you couldn't drive past 1 a.m. because you were under a certain age.
I was like 16 or 17.
Yeah, so we're out there. I'm in the back seat. This cop's behind us. We're driving through. This is like 3 a.m. at this point. We're just
Right
driving
through Proper.
We're driving through to get Whataburger in the middle of Proper, and a cop's behind us. And you know, we all notice it, and then we're chilling.
He
Turns
got
the
us.
lights on. He got us. So he comes up. Okay, Sim didn't have his wallet. His wallet's in the back seat. He says, "Hey, Corey, can you hand me my wallet?"
Oh yeah.
I hand him the wallet. Officer Banks walks up. "What'd you hand him?" Okay, I'm sitting here, bro. I promise. Yes.
Because I literally, he goes, what were y'all doing? Like whenever he mentioned it, and I was like, I literally forgot what you handed me. Like I didn't remember. So I turned to you. I go, Corey, what did you hand me?
This is what I was about to say. Is the exact same thing. Is that I swear on my life, there was nothing in my brain of what I just handed you.
Literally,
I tried to grab it. Yeah. There was nothing. We both me and Sim both went silent.
Literally.
And it was like, it was a wallet. and then after like 10 seconds, I was like, your wallet, duh. I said, like, it was your wallet. And he's like, okay, he gets you out of the car. You get taken away. I don't know what he says to you. It didn't seem like anything too bad. He gets back in the car. The other dude walks around.
Yeah. Another cop pulled up.
Yeah, the other cop pulls up, walks around. Yeah. He's looking flashlight in the car. You know, we didn't have like anything on us or anything. He sees Hunter's vape. He points it out. Hunter shouts out. You weren't of age to have it, but Hunter put that responsibility.
Yeah,
shouts out.
He always is nice with the vape. Yeah.
Yeah. So he then took me out of the car. So I'm standing there.
I feel like
we're all out of
Sorry, go ahead.
We're all standing outside of the car, and then he says he has. How exactly did it go down? I'm trying to remember the exact wording that he used.
I don't know what part you're talking about, but he mentions that you didn't have a seatbelt on, even though you did.
Mention
but
that.
He was like,
I very clearly had a seatbelt.
Yeah, no but question. He was like, you didn't have a seatbelt on, blah blah blah, all whatever. Yeah, trying to fill in like, this and this.
Yeah,
he was kind of trying to threaten me.
He was trying to catch us slipping.
Yeah. And I was like, you want to search? I'll open my trunk right now. What do you want to see? He's like, he looks in the car for a second. He's like, no, I honestly think that it was too messy for him to want to search it. It was packed.
I think messy. I've gotten away with having a messy ass car. I really, because think about like hiding places. If you put it in a Whataburger cup in the back of your car, there's no chance. Yeah. Not a chance. Not if you have a nasty ass car. Shouts out nasty dirty cars, because you won't get searched.
Shouts out. So we're outside of the car, and he comes up and he's like, "Okay, I got two options for you." He's like, okay.
He's like playing a hard cop. He's playing like mean.
We're kind of scared.
Yeah, I didn't realize. I didn't know. Like I was past curfew, so I was guilty. So
it was your windshield too. Because the reason he had pulled you over was that he had pulled you over before because your windshield busted. And he was trying to catch you on not having gotten your windshield fixed after he had already pulled you over. He was trying to catch you on that too. So he says, "I got two options for you. Okay, either I'll call your mom and I let you go." Or what was it like? I called your dad and I let you go. I think those are two options.
Yeah.
Those two options. He said that, and Sim goes, "Okay, I'd rather you call my dad. Like, please call my dad." He's like, "Okay, so I'll call your mom."
Are you serious? This is your favorite cop?
This is so funny. Listen.
Ethan, it's funny. It's funny once it gets there. It's not. He's a great guy.
But we didn't realize
At this point, we're like, what? And then he says, "Okay." Or the third option. What did he say? There was something he said about the third option.
No, you said.
Yeah.
Corey, you said you went, what about a third option?
I did say what. I think I did say that.
Yeah, and then Corey.
The balls.
So like weeks before this,
bro,
Corey.
I had reason to like I would if I felt like I couldn't joke with this cop already. Like if we hadn't already established a joking relationship, I wouldn't have said anything like, "How about a third option?" Like I'm not normally cocky like that, so I feel like he had already joked with me about something, and we were kind of talking. Like I think he was busting our balls.
We couldn't tell. Yeah. Like we thought he was joking, but we literally couldn't tell. Because I remember talking about
if I asked for a third option, I guarantee, because I normally would be scared. I'd be scared to say something like that.
Well,
but anyway, what were you saying a few weeks prior?
A few weeks prior, Corey literally has done nothing but talk about how he's been practicing rock paper scissors.
I don't remember this.
Are you serious?
Yes.
I don't believe that.
Do I have a permission to go on a tangent?
Yes, go on a tangent.
There is strategy. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, we'll get there.
We'll get there. There is a strategy, and we'll do it.
We'll get to it.
Yeah.
So this man, literally, minimum 2 weeks, like just every time I see him, he just talks about rock paper scissors. He wants to play everybody in rock paper scissors. I'm not lying.
I remember doing that like maybe once a week. I would do that to someone. There's no way that was every time.
Well, how many times did I see you?
No way. Okay, maybe with you, because I don't know.
Okay, but my point, you really did talk about it a lot.
I'm not trying to call you a liar, but I just don't have a memory of that.
Because that's what led this. Yeah. Because you were practicing rock paper scissors, and you really had been talking about it, talking it up.
I was definitely yes, because I never had a strategy.
You asked the cop to play rock paper scissors, Corey?
Bro, yeah. So he goes.
He offered me.
No, because you
The
go.
cop
How about
offered
a
me,
third
bro.
option?
The cop definitely offered me.
Okay.
He offered me rock, paper, scissors. He asked to play me in rock. That's what happened.
yeah,
okay, I said the third option.
Yeah.
I guess I said that. I really don't remember saying that, but I'll trust you on that. So I guess I asked for the third option. And he said like, no, bro. Listen.
Tell me how you think.
Okay, what I'm remembering is that he started talking and then said, okay, there might be a third option. That's how I remember. He said there might be a third option, which is I'd let you go. That's what he said. That's how I remember it. Like, I feel like that's a little off, but that's the best recollection I have.
Okay.
And then he says, like, okay, how about this? Rock, paper, scissors. Or I might have jokingly, like, done this. I think I might have jokingly done this.
Yeah,
about
you
something.
offered rock, paper, scissors
Okay,
because you've
okay.
been practicing. Like, you
It's
really
just natural
were. I
instinct
promise
for you.
you.
I think.
I just did it. I just went into the zone. I was just like,
Dude.
And I guess he did. He said, okay, bet. If I win, you guys get to go. If not, I'm giving him a ticket.
And he
Fair.
asked me, he's like, do you trust your friend to give you
He asked which one of us wanted to do it. That's what it was. He asked which one of us, and you looked at me, and I remember you looked me on, you said, Corey, I trust you with my life.
Corey,
do it.
Corey,
I
this is your
remember.
time. This is your time.
Okay, so I went up. I'm like,
face to face with the
face
copper.
to face with Officer Banks. This is my boy here. Shouts out.
Shouts out Officer Banks, I guess. You threw a
Lost.
hard sizzy on it?
You
You
lost.
lost?
Best of 3.
Just
I
three?
said best of 3, and if you know me, I never say best of 3.
But-
okay, I'm gonna be honest.
Dire situation.
I think
I say that was a loss of integrity. I should have accepted my defeat.
I agree.
shouldn't have done that.
I agree.
I never
Yes.
do best
Yes.
2 of 3. But at that point,
You
I
have to
slipped.
try it. You have to
okay,
try it. You
I
have to
slipped.
try it. I
slipped.
do
But this
agree.
was my boy on the line, so I said best 2 out of 3.
It's fair.
And then, and he got me with the scissors.
Got it. So
He got him.
you've been training for that?
That's what I'm saying.
And you got mocked?
I never really had a strategy.
Okay, so there is a strategy.
Okay, so he goes back to the car.
Yeah.
We're sitting there and it's like 10 minutes, bro. He lets us sit in the car together for 10 minutes. And we're like, bro, what's going to happen?
Yeah, because he lost.
So scared. I lost.
Trusted him
And
with
then-
my life.
And then the
Did
cop
lose.
walks back over and we had told him that we were trying to go drop Hunter off in his car and then drive back to Whataburger. And he said, you guys can go to Whataburger. Okay, I don't care. Just don't draw any attention to yourselves. You can go. So we go and we get Hunter's car. We pull up to Whataburger. And guess who's standing inside ordering Whataburger?
Officer Banks.
Officer Banks and the
his
other guy.
dude.
Wow.
And we walked in and they were joking with us. And I remember he was busting your balls so hard.
Yeah, he really was.
We were waiting for our food and he was just started bringing up details. So you guys said you were going from here to here, but then you were doing this because it was complicated. There was
Yeah,
a lot
it
of
was
there was a
really-
lot of things
yeah.
involved with
Yeah.
cars and dropping, and I don't
Yeah.
remember why. So we get there and he's
Yeah,
he's
just
trying to catch you slipping. He's making
cross-examine.
stuff up. Me and
Wow.
Hunter are standing over there like just saying, okay, he's joking to you. And then I remember he was saying something like, hey, he so laid behind the counter. He's like, hey, you got a shovel? This dude's digging his own grave over here, like, bro. And then we got our food and we left. And he was just
Wow.
like, hey, you boys be safe. I'll see you guys later. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
So shouts
All
out.
right.
He was
All right.
feeling the
Shouts out. That earns the shouts
I
out.
That
feel
doesn't
like
include
Gulf
like
Breeze
4
is-
other times.
Gulf Breeze is very
Yeah.
boring. So I feel like if you're a cop in Gulf Breeze, what do you have to do? Then do
true.
stuff like that.
Other than pull people over.
There's,
and
there's
everything.
no crime there.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. All right, back to the rock paper scissors
Yes,
because this is
it's
so
a
important to
strategy.
me. I mean, it's a mental game, right? Because this is all chance, right? As long as you actually do it at the same time. You could be a cheater, like people who fake dice,
Yeah.
and you could like split second people. That's not how we play,
not at
right?
all.
All right, so here's my move, all right? And you got to know the person that you're playing. That is very important. So
Yeah,
ready?
you play me rock paper scissors before
Yeah.
you tell me this. Okay.
I know,
Let's
that's
get
what I'm saying. So
let's
this
get
is
some proof of concept
so
right now.
It's one sentence.
Let's do it.
All right, and it's for
Well,
perfect.
don't tell me.
I know.
Don't tell me.
Oh no, I have to. Ready?
Play him first.
Ready?
Play
No,
him
I'm
with
saying
the
play.
strategy.
I'm aware.
And then show.
The strategy is the one sentence. I'm gonna do paper.
Oh no.
I'm gonna throw paper. I've never liked
Okay.
Okay. Ready?
Are we doing 1, 2, 3, go?
Yeah. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. But I'm gonna throw paper, so you should just throw scissors. Okay, ready?
What's that?
I told you I was gonna throw paper. You gotta know whether or not the person trusts you or not, and it's a lot of eye contact or a lot of like being shy if you're not gonna throw paper.
Well, you did your guy too early.
Oh, should I go again?
I completely rolled the dice in my head on that.
I'm
Let's
gonna
try
throw.
it.
Okay, well, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna throw paper. All right. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Okay, rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Happens every time, dude. They just get scared about the paper, right?
I don't feel scared at all. I just had to pick one.
Play.
I'm gonna win every time.
No, bro, we tied one time.
I'm gonna throw scissors.
Come on, let's go.
I'm throwing scissors.
Throw scissors in.
All right. Hey, that's a bad example.
I won.
Bad example. Everybody's name is Simeon. What's your name?
Simeon.
Yeah, exactly. That's my point.
Ethan.
All right, maybe I won one time, one game, and that was my strategy for life. I'm just finding out now that it doesn't work.
Ethan, how long has it been since I've seen you, my guy?
Probably.
Since high school.
No.
Yes.
No, after high school.
We hung out, all three of us together since high school. Remember
Well, that was the last time.
summer.
But over 3 months ago.
It's been a long time.
Yes.
Listen.
And when in that 3 months did you decide to get those shoes? Let's take a look at these bad boys. No, look at that tongue. It's a long tongue. But I like them.
What's wrong with the...
I'm not
What kicks do you got?
Oh, these are skate shoes, man.
shoes.
Yeah, I can't be mad.
You don't like the
He's got the Yeezys
Radiant Reds.
Listen, shouts out Kanye West because these are the most comfortable shoes I've ever worn.
Really?
And I hear you tell me that there's other Adidas that are more comfortable, but I haven't tried them. These are the most comfortable and best looking, bro. Like this, I bought these shoes because I never wanted Yeezys, and then I saw these, and I just thought these were the best looking shoes I'd ever seen, so I bought them. Like. Yeah. I don't know. I can't say spending $300 on shoes is always a good investment, but I saw these and they just look so cool, and then they were comfortable. And I'm like, bet.
Yeah, all right, that's fair.
Ethan.
Fair. Shout out Kanye West. Yeah, sorry.
So it's been so long since I've seen you.
Yeah.
Yeah, what kind of question? You said you had a lot of questions for Ethan.
What kind of questions do you have for me?
Listen, let me tell y'all. I met Ethan.
Barely.
Man, this kid was the popular kid in high school. No cap.
I had no friends.
Listen, I hated that school and everybody in it just about. Let me tell you. So this man was like, he was in the pep rallies type deal. I looked up to him. I was like,
shout
yo.
out Ethan. Ethan was a stud in high school. Always.
Shout out peaking in high school.
He really was with the Foxes. What's her name? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, man, you were the popular guy. You really were. Everyone knew Ethan Jones. Everybody in that freaking
Everyone
school.
in our school knows your name.
In that school knows
Not to
Ethan
put
Jones.
that pressure on you, but
No cat. Everybody, and you know it. You know, so like, I remember you walking in the halls, and I saw you, and I was like, "Yo, bro, how do I get in the pep rallies?" And you were just like, gave me some bull crap, like. I don't know, some like you were like,
that was the worst
you were
in high
like,
school. That's why
I don't know. You just gotta like, you gotta get into SGA or whatever.
Well,
which is
to
true.
be fair, that is true. But
Yeah.
I was definitely probably a dick about it because I just hated who I was in high school. That's why I don't care if
I was homeschooled, so I was just.
yeah, you came in as a homeschool kid. So yeah, that's a big deal that you came in as an outsider to this school, and then Ethan's the one who everyone knows.
Yeah,
and then for you guys to have interacted like that.
It's crazy because I came into high school sophomore year. I've been homeschooled all before that. So like sophomore year, doing my thing. I meet Jack Mock, 3rd grade. Shout out Miss Gutshaw. She was the best, my favorite teacher, best period, 3rd period. Shout out everybody in there.
Shout out Miss Gutshaw.
That was fire. Shout out Miss Gutshaw. I met Jack Mock. Me and Jack Mock.
Shout out Jack Mock.
Shout out Jack Mock.
Yeah.
He really made it happen. We really hit it off. He got me into ITV. I forgot where we were going.
Pep rallies.
But yeah, pep rallies. Anyway, so we ended up having Miss Gott together. Algebra 2, right?
Don't shout out.
No, it says shout out Miss Scott.
No shout out for
Look, Miss Gott,
I never had a problem
for
with Miss
being
Scott.
loaded.
Seriously.
Good for you.
Yeah, congrats though on being.
Yeah.
Shout out to Miss Scott for being loaded.
Shout out Miss Scott.
Yeah,
And I never had a problem with her as
She
a
is
teacher.
real
Everyone
rich.
else seemed to hate her. I didn't think she was a bad teacher.
I
thought
liked her
She was an alright math
as
teacher.
a person. I just did not understand her teaching.
I didn't like algebra.
It was a whole
very
it was
difficult.
teaching.
It was a teacher. I liked her as a
It was,
person.
yeah,
She was really
that's true.
reasonable as a teacher.
Yeah.
That's true.
But I just didn't
Shout
understand.
out Miss Scott's personality.
Yeah, facts.
Here we go.
So we were in Miss Scott, and I still didn't really know you. You were with the crew with the Cameron, and like, or you just kind of knew that, you know, what's all the
Shout out Ethan Roberts. Shout out George
Ethan
Roberts.
Roberts. That's it. That's what I was thinking of. You know, all those kids. So I was like, okay, you know, whatever. You know, I was just doing my thing regardless. What is it? Senior year comes around.
Yeah.
Okay. Coach Spencer.
Coach Spencer is when things change.
That's when things literally
change.
So like everybody.
Shout out to Coach Spencer for not teaching, because I would not have met Simeon.
Agreed.
If you did your job, I would not have.
Yeah, we would not
So,
be here.
I do appreciate that.
Ethan was rapping at this time.
Never rapped
Yeah,
once.
he went by the name of Bennett.
Never rapped once.
And we'll put the links in the bottom.
I've actually never rapped once.
Listen to me.
We'll talk about that later, but we want to get you on stuff.
Ethan goes by the name of Bennett at this time in high school. Everybody knows his songs. He releases them with Charlie. Shout out Charlie for being.
Shout out Charlie Gentry forever.
Yeah, shout out Charlie.
Bro.
Yeah, he was.
Bro,
he was
this is crazy
Yeah.
because for real, like I barely knew about that you were rapping. I only knew because Sim told me every once in a while. Like for real. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, dude,
that was never
knew.
a big thing for
Nobody
me.
knew.
Matthew Sherrick, that one song he made, that was I remember
funny,
listening to that a lot. A lot of people didn't know about that.
Nah, bro. Everyone knew about Ethan rapping. Like, at least.
That's crazy.
Like,
Well, it was the diss track.
You said that was
it was the
year.
diss.
It was the diss track.
Navarre diss track.
Yes, I heard that. I heard that
Everything
for sure.
Yeah.
But the production was ridiculous. I was
Yeah.
like, yo, what? Because I
Yeah,
was recording
shouts out
music
Charlie.
low key at my house.
Charlie.
Yeah.
I was recording music just like on my freaking my old 2004 Mac, you know, on GarageBand.
Yeah,
so
bro,
when I heard
remember
this
all
song,
that.
it literally changed everything. I was like, wait, yo, Ethan just released this song. He's not only fire, but this production is 10 out of 10.
That's crazy.
So I
Think
remember
of this
hitting
from
him
your
up.
perspective.
Yeah, I remember hitting him up on Snapchat, being like, "Yo, bro, that production is ridiculous. Like, I appreciate that. Like, it's
True.
fire.
The man is incredible.
Like, I didn't even barely knew him, you know. But he hit me back, and that's what meant a lot. I was like, oh, okay, so he's not just green, you know. So he hit me back. He's like, yo, I appreciate that a lot. Much love, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
We get to Coach Spencer's class. Everybody's like, I've noticed this throughout Ethan's like high school career. Everyone was like always, I don't know if this is true or not, but like
I don't know.
at least I've seen a few people come up to you and ask you like, yo, bro, we gotta do a song together.
Yeah,
yo, bro, we
man.
do a song together.
Because it always, and I did it every time. I never said no at first, but there's just such an people are so flaky with that kind of thing. Because 9 times out of 10 when people say, oh, let's do a blank, it never happens.
Yeah.
So when people actually like come to me genuinely, like how Simeon did, it's completely different. If I can actually tell that it's something you're about, fair game, dude. I don't care if I don't have any time. Like, I would totally work with anybody like that.
Well, my whole life I've been working with video stuff. Like, I've been doing films, stuff. I've won like awards, you know, honorable mentions, blah blah blah. I've done got a whole bunch of stuff. So like, that was like everyone was always talking to Ethan about wanting to do a song with him. Yo, rap with me, be a rapper, blah blah blah. I was like, man, that's how you get rejected. Like, I'm not trying to approach him the same way as everybody doing it. That's just me observant. You know, I'm a very observant person. So that's just like, I was just like, yo, bro, listen, I got the sticks with the video stuff. Let me know if you ever need a video shot, and we can make it happen because you got a song.
That's true.
And it's fire. Let's do a video and let's link.
You did come at me different. That's and I agree.
You know, and he was, you know, and that's how it was. And he was just like, yo, bro, appreciate that. Very nice about it. You know, we were in the same class, and he knew Garrett.
Garrett the homie.
All the same class.
How did you and Garrett meet?
Have we given Garrett a shout out yet?
Yeah,
I don't think we
shout out
not
to
enough
Garrett.
credit.
Hey, shouts out, Garrett.
Eventually, sometime during this, we have to call Garrett and literally like he'll be cool, like on demand. You know what I mean? Like we don't even have to
Where's
tell
right
him.
now?
Like just like
I know his number by heart.
You know how cool Garrett is.
The only number I've ever known is my mom's and Garrett's number by heart.
Yes.
And Garrett, I will always know your
If we can get him
number.
on the phone, this would be the
Yeah,
best day ever.
here, so you call him. I know Garrett from I think freshman year. We had a class together, and he was like so starkly atheist in class. Like somehow he made his answers about God being dead, like in class, to like questions I don't know about, like you know Macbeth or something. And so I was like, this kid's like crazy passionate about politics. That's something you never find.
Yes,
so
right.
I would just sit beside him, and I would just want to get his take on things because he actually was legitimately informed about what he was talking about. I've just never really seen, like, I've got a couple friends that are kind of into politics, but he was serious about it.
Yeah, he always had a different perspective from anyone else that
very
I
realistic.
That I
I mean, I loved, and he played both sides, you know what I mean? So
he was very, from my experience with Garrett, he
hardcore?
was very communist. Like,
oh yeah,
hard,
well,
him in his hardcore communist days.
He really, big shout out communism.
Shout out communism.
Works every time.
Every time.
Every single time it's worked.
Facts.
Simeon left to call Garrett.
Yeah, I don't know.
What has
That's crazy because see, me and Garrett, I don't know. I assume he's just gonna preface him or something.
Yeah.
I don't know. He should have just done it in here. I don't know what that's about. But I met Garrett.
Shouts out Simeon for
back
being
at
fake.
back at Falbo's. Hey, shout out,
Jimmy
Mr. and Mrs. Falbo, bro.
What happened?
What happened?
Where you go?
I went party.
Oh,
you pissed?
Before you call Garrett, I just want to say about how me and Garrett met because this was back in the days that we all went to karate camp together, and we all trained together.
Did you leave out of elementary school to go to Falbo's? You know that
I did it in middle school a little bit because I worked there.
Okay.
Just because I worked there, I never did the camp. But we all did this in the summer camps. We all hung out, and me and Garrett trained together. And listen, Garrett was so good at karate. Like that's the thing. Everything Garrett has ever decided he wanted to be good at, he's been so good at. And he was always like an inspiration to me because he was so good. And we would hang out, and he was like the coolest person ever. Yeah. So we just met each other through that, all hanging out. And then it was so sad to see him. He got up to the point that he was like maybe a year away from testing for his black belt. And like I'm not a person. To me, the ceremony. Okay, if he could kick your butt, he can kick your butt. Yeah. Okay, but it was like going through the black belt test was ceremonial, and it's like normally that doesn't mean a lot to me, but it was like. Just get it.
Yeah,
like it was it hurt me to see him get that close and then just decide he didn't want to do it. But at the same time, it's not that I don't think he had the skill. In my heart, that man is just as much of a black belt as anyone I've ever met in this world.
Yeah, right.
So take that. Yeah, I went through and got mine. We had shouts out Ian Baker.
Shout out Ian Baker. Shout out Spencer Worth, right?
Spencer's my boy, bro. Shouts out Spencer. He's always been the homie. Me and him don't hang out a lot, but he's always been the homie.
I was the homie with Spencer Worth, and I haven't talked to him in a minute.
That's crazy, bro. I want to get Spencer on here. I would get all three of us on here. I really want to get Spencer.
All right, so I mean, like we really played Garrett up to be a dope ass guy. So let's hope
his response, if he answers, which he probably won't, is gonna be really great. It's gonna be just 10 out of 10. No one say anything. Hang on, I got this.
Yeah.
Please answer, Guido.
Would be such a shame. Such a stain. But he's probably out doing cool shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you can't
He's not.
Garrett. He's probably playing League.
It's 10:58. He's asleep.
Tell him to get off Rocket League and play with us.
Wake up, Geeter.
Play in his space with us, Garrett.
Hey, it's Garrett.
Of course it's Garrett, dude. But of course
we know that. That's why we called you. Oh, man.
You don't even have to say it.
You know what? I forget everything that happened with me and Garrett. He's no longer my friend. It's disgusting. If you... Whatever.
Shouts down.
I can't stand him, bro.
Shouts down.
Disgusting. Bro, you think
Garrett.
you were my friend?
You don't pick up at 10:50.
You don't want to pick up at 11 o'clock on a Friday night?
That's right.
You got better things to do?
That's right.
Undescribable.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
Yeah. It is disgusting. It is disgusting. I remember, I don't know if you remember, Ethan, do you remember the first day that we ever met?
Pace.
It was Pace. It was at that field trip.
Uh-huh.
Adventures Unlimited in Milton. Okay.
Was it Adventures Unlimited or Space Camp?
It was Adventures.
Shout out Space Camp!
Shout out Space Camp.
Kitty Hawk?
Kitty Hawk? I don't remember, bro. I think so. That sounds familiar.
We were Kitty Hawk. We won.
I think so.
And did you win? No?
I don't remember, bro.
Shout out Eleanor Prevosti for being smarter than everybody else and winning it for us.
No, I don't think we
She's
won.
a model now.
I feel like really?
Yeah, she's doing really well.
Everybody's a model.
She I don't remember. It's like Champion or something. She's if you go
really
to the
pretty.
mall, she's super pretty. She's got one of those crazy model faces, you know what I mean, where everything is like so detailed.
Yeah.
I was just walking through the mall one day and I was like, it's Eleanor Prevosti on the huge Champion banner.
That's crazy.
Outside of like Foot Locker or something. That's crazy.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And I remember we were
Shouts
out there.
out Eleanor Prevosti for being pretty. Shouts out hot women.
Shouts out
hot women, dude.
Facts. We were out there, and I remember they had some sort of group activity.
Yeah.
It was me and Whit. Me and Whit linked up instantly. We were boys. And then you come up, and we had neither me or Whit. We had maybe met, but we were never like close. And you come up, you're like, "Yo, I'm in your group."
Oh,
and me and Whit were kind of like, "What?" Like, never hang out with Ethan. Like, what? That's crazy. And I remember Ethan's dad was our captain.
Oh.
And we were doing that orienteering. We had to go around and we had to collect the.
It was Ian's dad. Because
Ian's
he had the compass and stuff.
Am I tripping? I thought it was Whit's dad this whole time, but I probably just don't remember a lot of details.
Yeah.
But either way, they had all this stuff, and we had to go and we had to collect flags.
That seriously was so fun. That
was crazy. That was a good field trip. That was one of the best elementary school experiences.
Yeah,
that field trip.
Field trips that are actually trips are crazy. Shout out to Kean Muldoon for not being able to sleep. Do you remember Caleb Peterman and Kean Muldoon that one night, dude?
I hope Kean comes in here.
So we are all. Get the Weezer in here. Is he out there? Go get him so I can confront him about this 7 years later.
Who? Where's my phone?
Kean Muldoon and Caleb Peterman kept us up.
I remember
all
night.
Muldoon? Is he Muldoon?
Yeah.
I did not know that.
Yeah, shouts out to Muldoon fan.
How did I lose my phone?
Rich with inbreeding, I'm sure. Okay.
I appreciate it. Okay, so we got Kian on the podcast.
We got Kian finally. Kian.
Uh-huh.
Was it you that kept everybody up that one night at Space Camp by wheezing?
I remember Caleb was doing it.
By wheezing? No.
Shouts out Kian Muldoon. Big fan.
No.
Thank you, man. Okay, never mind. Appreciate it. Okay.
I was sick during Space Camp, but I wasn't wheezing.
You weren't wheezing. Oh, but you were there. You were there. Do you remember that night when nobody could sleep because Caleb Peterman kept going?
While we're here, shouts out Caleb. Caleb went on the podcast. He's very, very intelligent.
Shouts
Caleb
out
has
Caleb.
grown up a lot.
Shouts out Caleb for wheezing.
But also shouts out for wheezing.
There were multiple rooms, right?
Yeah.
Space Camp. I don't think I was in that.
Are we sure we weren't all in one?
No,
this is Adventures Unlimited that you're thinking of. The night that Caleb kept us all up was Adventures Unlimited.
Was that the night Matt
I wasn't there. I went home.
You weren't there?
I went there. Because I also got sick there and went home.
Oh, no. I got sick at Space Camp, too. But yeah, I remember Adventures Unlimited because we all had the bunk beds, and it was a long room. See, Space Camp was like two separated sections, and there's kind of a wall in between. This was like a big, long room. And I remember because Caleb was sitting, I think he was above me. I think Caleb was above me. He was either above me or like right up to the right. And the whole time, he kept wheezing, and it's like he can't do anything about it. So I felt bad for like saying anything, but everyone was just like, "Oh my God, shut up!" I felt so bad for him. I felt so bad.
Man. Was it during
facts.
Space Camp when like Cameron Kennedy or someone got kicked in the dick so hard they pissed him
Yes! Yes! Oh my God, dude, I remember him actually in fetal position for an hour. Oh my God.
Wait, where was that?
Who hit him in the dick?
I do not remember, but somebody fucking went for it, dude.
I gotta say, shouts out Cameron because me and him, Cameron was for real like one of the main people in my life for years.
Yeah.
So I haven't talked to him in a minute, but shouts out because he was always there for me. But tell me, I don't remember this.
Dude, I barely remember it. All I remember is a 6th grade foot like a fucking rocket. It had to have been some buff ass kid. There's no way. I remember hearing it. You know what I mean? Like I would hate to bang the table right now, but it would be as if I fucking smacked the table as hard as possible. And it was all nuts.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was.
Yeah, I wasn't in that room. I heard about this from someone else.
Yeah,
they're like, no, it was insane.
Yeah.
It was ridiculous.
It was so crazy, dude. I don't remember what it was for. It might have been over a cup of water. Now that I think about it, a spilled cup of water literally ruined that man's entire like ancestry. That's crazy. Not a chance. It was like you kick a bag of Gushers. It was like you're doing like it's.
Dude's got all sorts of fucking health issues too.
Really?
In addition,
Bro,
yeah,
that's another reason. Shouts out because he in high school. He got so sick.
Yeah.
We were in band together.
He's got some underlying
in freshman
health
year,
problems.
in freshman year, me and him were super tight because we played French horn in the band together.
Like
and
losers.
Shouts out French horn.
Yes, he knows all about how bad the French horns are. So we were super tight, and then he ended up having to do like online school or something because of health issues.
He'd be sick?
And like he was really sick. He was in the hospital and it was like all kinds of different stuff. And I got to catch up with him, see how he's doing.
Yeah.
It's been a minute since I talked to him, but
yeah,
I know he was going through a lot of stuff.
I forget how long I've known y'all. I mean, for real, we got
Kian
old
too.
as hell. Kian, yeah. Kian and I were the homies. We go all the way back for 4th grade, I think. I mean, like...
Me and Kian did a project together in Pace one day. We made
Yeah.
a model of the
Shout out
lighthouse
Pace.
of Alexandria.
Shout out Mrs. Aldridge.
Shouts
and
out
the
Miss
other
Aldridge.
one, Miss Gunn, I think.
That's right, yeah.
Shouts
I was
out
like, yeah, the
both
other
of
one.
them.
Yeah. The other one.
Yeah.
The other one.
No, Miss Aldridge was
They changed
always
the name of
there
that
for us.
shit, too.
She cared about us.
Yes, she did.
She cared about us a lot. She always did what was best for us. Like she didn't want to. She didn't want to do anything to waste our time. She always
learned
wanted to
more
teach us.
in Pace than I did in
She
school.
dated my uncle for a while.
She dated.
Really?
Shout out.
That's great. Shouts out Kian's uncle.
Miss Aldridge is pretty bad.
Yeah, facts.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Shouts out to hot women, dude. If you were a hot chick for a day, what's the first thing you would do?
Ooh, do you get a modeling career?
For a day.
You got a day though.
See,
You get the whole damn career in a day.
Could you could do some OnlyFans, I think, for a day. You could get it.
Maybe.
You gotta build a customer base.
You have to be really high.
I know you're like a den. Like you're.
What if you can pre-plan and like you start selling pictures of your feet like as a
Yeah.
dude on
Yeah.
Instagram?
no
and
way.
then
That
the one
is
day you're a
that's
girl,
next
then
level.
you're like,
That's a
oh,
good
face
idea.
reveal,
I
and
think
then you just never do
first,
it again.
First thing I do as a girl is walk because that shit has got to be completely different. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The fact that we don't think it's
I
like
mean, yeah.
you know how you can see your nose but you don't really think about it.
Yeah.
We got got balls in between our shit while we're... First of all,
And
shout
your
out human...
back.
Worst
Shout
design
out
ever.
balls, bro.
Humans got some bad functionality. I mean, like, having the balls outside,
Why
whose
was it
idea
exposed?
was that? Terrible idea. It's like the worst thing. Eyes...
You could be Cameron.
Yeah? Yes, you could be Cameron.
If they were inside, that
Could
wouldn't
be
happen.
Gusher Boy. Why are we doing that? Is it because it's got to be cold or
Yeah.
something?
It's our body's a little bit too hot for the sperm, which is dumb. Why the sperm bitches? Why can't they be more
Yeah,
warm?
yeah. Shout out weak sperm.
It's like literally like a 2-degree difference.
Yeah.
Like it doesn't make any
How
sense.
weak is sperm that you got like 1 billion in it and you only need the 1? Or would that make it
That would
strong?
make it strong because only one of them can do so much damage.
That's...
You guys see
Shout out
the
sperm?
thing online where
Shout out
it's
sperm.
like, what
Shout
if
out sperm,
instead
I
of
think.
like having a million little sperm every time you came, it was like one big
It was
sperm?
one big one. I don't want to talk about that. That's just that had me messed up. I was like, no, I don't want to think about that.
Oh, God!
That was crazy.
I'd much prefer that because then you can.
You
like,
would rather have
grab it.
one big sperm?
Yes, because then
Simeon wants to sit down and talk to it.
Look, bro, if it go, you can grab it and
If you have shitty,
Get that out
if you
of
have
there.
shitty pull-out game, you can fish it out.
Dude, it would just be like a jellyfish, right? That's just a jellyfish.
Jellyfish.
It's a big sperm.
Probably.
Jellyfish.
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 Ken, I don't mean to make you feel like you have to stay in here. If you're like, if you need to go, you can go.
How's-
And
I'm
everything.
not
I'm not trying to kick you out.
It's
I'm
just
not in the middle of
randomly
anything. I think
gonna cut.
Ashton basically is
Okay.
already convinced I'm going to be gone for an hour.
Facts. Good.
Yeah.
Cool.
I'll sit for a little bit. Still got a sore throat, so I
Okay,
don't talk
bet.
about too long.
Yeah, you can just stay as long as you want, dog.
Yeah. Shouts
Yeah,
out.
we've been talking about Gulf Breeze,
Yeah.
Breeze High School. Shouts out to our team. You have any shouts out, Kian, from
Yeah,
Gulf
any
Breeze High
shouts
School?
outs?
Or Gulf Breeze in general? We started by talking crap on Gulf Breeze, but now we're giving shouts out to all the people who deserve
Shout
it.
out to Miss Parker for buying me Chick-fil-A when I had 2
Was
AP
that the-
tests on one
That
day.
was the good history teacher.
Yeah.
Yes, Kian would know. I was trying
That
to shout
was
her out, but I
sick.
couldn't remember her name.
Yeah, I had
Miss
2.
Parker.
So I had the AP history test, and right after
Yeah.
I had the computer science test, and she fucking bought me Chick-fil-A for lunch
Yeah.
in between.
All right.
That was sick. And then she quit next year because that school's ass.
Yeah, I remember because we were talking about teachers that actually taught history well and actually taught you about things that were important. And from what I heard from people in AP US,
Yeah.
that was it.
Yeah,
It seemed
no.
like Miss Parker
Miss
really
Parker's-
taught people
Miss
well.
Parker's lit.
Yeah.
And for letting me play Stalin because that was sick.
Hey, shouts out Stalin.
Shouts out Stalin. Shout out communism.
Yeah,
We
shouts
wish
out.
we would get Garrett on the line because I was going to ask him about communism.
We tried to.
Yeah, well,
It's cool.
whatever.
Ethan,
Yes. Yes, Simeon.
I want to ask you.
You have a lot of questions.
Simeon
don't you?
has a question for Ethan Jones,
Ethan
Let's hear
Jones.
being me.
Bennett.
Yeah, oh,
Where is Bennett?
who is Bennett and what is
And
Bennett?
where does he stand?
So you know how everything is everything?
Yeah,
Everything is Bennett.
everything is Bennett.
So-
When is the next drop from Bennett? Let me tell y'all something.
You need beats, I got you.
Absolutely never again. Not doing another song.
Never?
I can't. I mean, I'm doing business stuff now. I mean, I can do it for funsies.
You can do business stuff, but you
Yeah.
can also do music because you know what? Guess what? You're good.
Well,
From what I heard, yeah.
I would like for it somehow to be just a strength in marketing because that's mainly my goal now. I want to market for a skateboard company. That's
What's
Shouts out to me in like 10 years when I'm working for Vans or something.
Shouts
That's gonna
out.
be super cool.
Shouts out future Ethan.
Shouts out future Ethan.
out
I'm
future
glad you're doing well.
So so you don't want to pursue music at all?
No, can't pursue music. Not
It
feeling
was
it.
just a joke.
Oh well. well, in that case, okay.
Just
It was a question. It was
Oh.
a question.
So about Bennett though, right? Why did he choose his name? I always get everybody. Do people come up to me, like kick down my door? Why Bennett? Why Bennett? You know, it's my middle name.
I understand. I know.
Yeah.
That's it.
I know this.
It's short for Bennett's R.
Yeah, listen.
Which would have been a cooler
If you
rap name.
ever want to get on something,
Uh,
we will support you.
okay.
We'll put
I'm down.
everything.
If
We'll
you're
put
gonna
everything.
take your music career serious.
Yes.
I love what I'm doing.
And you don't have to make it your life. That's the thing. You
love
can,
what
you
I
can
say.
take it seriously, but also have fun with it and do other things. In your
All right, I'll write some bars right
Even
now.
more
If y'all
than
talk,
music.
I'll write some bars right now. We'll make a song right now.
Ethan,
Put it at the end of the
you
track.
are so
Yeah.
good at rapping. Like
I
you
have
really
no
need to
idea,
pursue
bro.
that, honestly. But listen,
Yes.
more so than that.
Yes.
I really want to see you excel.
Oh, thank you,
Like
Simeon.
that more than anything,
Bro,
Ethan.
bro,
You mean a lot to me, and it's really important.
Simeon's always been, what is remarkable about him is the fact that he is so like observant of other people and how they feel.
Fact.
Like the thought that you put into other people is tremendous. I never would,
Yeah.
you know, and I take a lot of inspiration from that because I'm, you know, everybody's pretty self-centered nowadays, you know, because we're all told that we're special and everything. But Simeon knows special, and he knows. But no, for real though, like you know that you're talented, but you actually talk about and care about other people, which is super rare.
Simeon has always been around to support all
talented
of us,
people that are supportive is so rare. You know, because you could think about it as like, oh, I've got this gift. You know, I should focus on myself and really hone it, and then people will love me. But like, to be able to do that and also care about your close friends and family.
Yeah, and that's what's cool is that...
shouts out Simeon.
Yeah,
I would never say it to his face, though.
Shouts out Simeon.
Fuck that kid.
But it's cool because he was the original one with this whole vision.
Yeah,
coming up with this whole group, getting people together to make music together, make it a thing in Pensacola. It's like that was his original vision, and that was because he saw that he could benefit off of it, but also that all of us could benefit. Yeah. And that's why we're putting together such a strong group of people, is because people see that everyone's in it because they know they can benefit from it.
For sure.
But we all support each other.
Yeah.
And we're all working
benefit
together
from each other.
Exactly.
Because we're all supporting each other. Because we're going to get nowhere by ourselves.
Yeah.
But as a group, we are fire. And we support each other. And off that energy, we build each other.
Yeah, and it's not like we're all in it just because of that. It's like we're all homies and we care about each other. Like there's nothing I'd love to see more than Simeon succeed in this world.
Of course.
Ethan,
vice versa.
Same way. I would love to see you succeed. Kian, I can't wait to see what you go on to do. It's like I want to see people around me succeed and do things.
Yeah.
And that's why it's cool to see that symbiotic relationship.
Yeah.
I think it's sort of the thing too, where like you always hear about people looking back at like people they do in high school and they're all like dead or in jail.
Yeah,
and you're like, shit, I don't want that to happen to people.
Right.
That, I like. It's like people I don't like. It's like that'd be kind of funny, but it's like
For sure. I cannot wait to see what happens to some people. I mean,
I don't know the ops, bro.
Shout out the ops.
Shout out the ops.
They never get enough love, dude. Shout out the ops.
They need more love.
We need them. Yeah, dude, love your ops.
We need them.
Love your ops.
Because
who are you without them?
that's how we get our. That's how we build ourselves.
That's how you grow, bro. People want to act like you don't grow without struggle. Like you can grow as a person and you can excel in this world if you don't struggle and you don't put the work in. Like life is hard, and I don't mean to get all deep based on a joke, but like for real, that's something that we talk about a lot. Is that you gotta put in the work. So many people want free stuff. They want handouts. They want the world to be handed to them, and it's like, okay, I get the appeal of that, but you will not be satisfied in life if you don't excel by overcoming things. And that's not something that I can sit here and give you like some sort of reason for, other than like that's human nature. That's what we do. Like I love to put a challenge in front of myself and accomplish it. And I've always seen that with you. You like putting challenges in front of yourself and accomplishing them because you enjoy it. It's fun. Like that's what's fun in life, is overcoming things.
Yeah, setting goals I think is super important, and having things that you can actually achieve, because there's no inherent real purpose. I mean, you can find it in a lot of different things.
Right.
But, you know, if you have absolutely nothing to do, like we really don't anymore, we're not out there chopping wood. We're not out there going and finding water. We're chilling, right? It's pretty easy to live. Yeah. You might as well go out there and try to be as productive as possible. Try to do as much good as possible. I mean, that's the goal, right?
Enjoy it.
For sure. I mean,
find what makes you happy and do it. That's what I'm always going to preach to people, is whatever you deep down want to do and makes you feel fulfilled in the world, like that's what you got to do. Why are you going to waste your time doing something that doesn't make you feel fulfilled?
I agree. People forget that we're animals. We are literally the same thing as everything else that's alive on the planet. Like we just want to eat and sleep and make baby. That's it. That's the only thing that's our whole goal, right? Eat, sleep, make baby.
You're wasting your time in a cubicle.
Yeah, and it's like
like what?
The way that we've just created things. Like, this has been an ongoing fight between me and my brother, because he says that this is not the best time to be alive. I completely disagree. I think it's the best time to be alive.
I disagree.
You do not think it's the best time to be alive?
I think it's the best time to be alive. I agree.
Okay, I agree. Good.
I think, I just don't know how to be sure, because I think to say that it's the best time to be alive, like what exactly do you mean by that? Because I don't think that way. I think the best time to be alive is the time in which people in the world are the most happy, and that you're going to be, and that if you're born in this world and you live in this time period, you're going to be the most happy, and I don't see that nowadays.
Well, that's like the Black Plague. Like, when are they happy?
No, that's not. I wouldn't put that in my list.
But there's
as nice times. I'm not
like Corey's list. Where do I want to live? During the bubonic plague. Top of the list.
Absolutely not. But I don't. have a specific time period that I think specifically is better than now, but to me it seems like a lot of people, it seems like social media has made a lot of people not happy, and it seems like the average person isn't nearly as happy now as maybe if you went back 30 years. Maybe 30 years ago people were more happy. So maybe that's why
this is I would say this is the easiest time to be alive, but as far as best, I think it's just because I'm so comfortable with who I am and where maybe I would have been happier if I was in some other place, but when I look at the modern conveniences that we have and like just how often, like dude, I skateboard, I break my leg every day I break something new, and the fact that I can just go somewhere and get it fixed, I mean, that's just like, that's wild. Like, the modern things that we can do.
A broken bone used to kill a person. If you can't walk, you can't survive.
Oh, for sure.
And that's done. You're done.
And like we lose sight of that, you know what I mean, all the time.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to imagine yourself living in a different time period. What are you saying?
I was gonna say, like, and like, I feel like social progress happens a lot faster than people think it does. Like, when was gay marriage legalized? Like, 10, you go back like 10, 20, 30 years ago.
Yeah.
Homophobia, racism, sexism is gonna be so much worse than it is now.
It depends on your disposition,
at least in America,
for sure,
but like,
100%.
Like, pretty much any period back, any kind of ism is way worse than it is right now.
Right.
We have. I mean, we are.
You know, like it's better than it has been. It can still be better. There's still improvement to be made.
Yeah, there's a lot of metrics to judge the best time by.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that go into that, because I think conveniences are kind of trivial, because it's like a convenience is just like it makes it easier for you to do something, but there's no end goal of conveniences. There's no end goal of what it's easier for you to do. So I feel like it's like you could say like it's easier for you to do some things nowadays, but if back in a different time period it was harder for you to do those things, but there was less things outside things influencing you not to be as happy possibly. That's what I just see what I just see nowadays is too many people are sucked into things like social media, and it seems like so many people just aren't as happy, and maybe if I went back I would be surprised and people were less happy than I seem to think they are.
Well, I think that happiness is very specific to each person.
It is.
Individual.
Yeah.
So like so like for a very brutal example, like you know, you go back in time to a time where it's just like, you know, you're normal, you're having a good time, but then someone else goes back in time to the same time period that you're having a good time, and then they're out in the streets running from the KKK.
Yeah, facts. I mean, it all depends on disposition, for sure.
And ask any black person if they want to go back in time.
This whole hypothetical all hinges on the thing that we're the same person.
We're all white dudes.
Otherwise, there would be no competition.
And we also have to remember how many people there are in this world right now who are dying of hunger.
Yeah, facts.
Like we're out here, and to us it seems like that's absurd.
We're still
like there are so many
things
things to prevent any of us from dying of hunger.
So crazy.
People are out here having to spend their whole lives doing it.
It's so awful.
So I don't know.
It's so awful.
I don't know what the answer is, because it's interesting. It's interesting because some societies that don't have technology are very much happier than people in our society. So it just makes you ask the question, it's like, do conveniences make us any happier? These people out here, and they have to hunt every single day of their lives. They wake up, they hunt, and they come back. And I'll see if I can find the specific case that I was reading about. I think it was in the Congo, or it may have been on a podcast. It may have been on Rogan. It might have been on Rogan.
Dude, David Cho. Shout out David Cho.
Shout out David Cho. So he was talking about this, and I'll try to find some like sources on this, but from what I remember, like these people are just overwhelmingly happier than anyone in our society, and you look at them and you'd say, I would never want to live there.
Right.
But that's all they know is you wake up and you hunt, you feed the tribe, you feed yourself, and you just enjoy life. There's no influence of like trying to live up to expectations or trying to be this or be that or looking at all these options of what you can do. It's like you have a goal, survive.
I think
You're there,
the goal is so clear.
and you help people around you, and you love it.
Our goal right now just feels so nebulous. Like even with like work, it's like the whole point of work is so you can live comfortably. Yeah. But you're so disconnected because you go and you work for a company that you make the company money that they used to pay you, but what you do doesn't really affect how much you get paid. Like whether you're salaried or like hourly wage, like your effort doesn't really have anything to do with how much money you make. You do that, then you take this fake money and use that to buy food, and now you survive. But it's like that's not the same kind of like I go out, I kill chicken, now I have food.
Right. Yeah, it's like shouts out Karl Marx, because I think he talked about this. I think he said where the part of the problem in the world is that people get disconnected from their work, and that's what it is people are out here and they're working these jobs and they're putting in all this effort and their work doesn't benefit their lives directly. That's why I love music, because you make a song and you listen to it. You get to listen to it and you get to play it for people and you get to experience that interaction of like hearing this and being like, wow, this is crazy. Whereas I could back in my old job, I was making a sandwich, I handed it to someone, okay, that sandwich never affects my life again. It's gone. But I just spent all this time in my day for what? A paycheck? Nothing else. No, I sit in the studio for 2 hours and I have something I can listen to for weeks.
Right.
And share with people and make something out of.
Shout out to Bonzi, bro.
Hey, I appreciate it, bro.
Shout out to Bonzi.
Shout out to Bonzi. Hey, that's my artist name for people that don't know.
Yeah, the Bonzi. I go professionally as Dove.
Facts.
DUV, all caps. The Bonzi, capital B, capital Z.
The Z's not capital.
Oh. Bennett, capital B. On SoundCloud.
Capital N, the second one is capital.
It's not.
It's not.
It's not.
I'm sorry.
But to build on what you were saying, what were you saying?
Bro, build on it.
Build on it.
I meant to.
Feels like a Socratic seminar. I 100% completely agree.
Yes.
Ethan has not heard any of our recent stuff.
I'm so sorry. I thought I would make it.
The
I haven't heard your
bonds.
recent
After
stuff.
the podcast, we gotta show him not it.
After the podcast, I'm beating everybody in this room in chess.
Were you guys playing chess, or is this just decorative?
We were playing.
We were just. But do you play chess?
It's sort of.
We did in Pace. Remember all
We
that?
did in Pace. Shout out to me losing to you.
Shout out Pace.
I had an addiction to it a couple months ago. Instead of doing homework, I would just play chess.
That's
Which, like, of all the things you could do instead of homework, it's not the worst.
It's not the worst, which is what makes it dangerous.
Could be doing heroin.
Yeah.
Sim, what I was saying is people feeling disconnected from their work. You asked me to.
You said to build off of.
You said to build off of, and then
People feel disconnected from their work.
people feel disconnected from their work. That's why music is good, because you get to listen to it and everything.
You're connected
Listen.
to your work.
Think about the people. Listen, I met this kid in high school.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, he was a freshman.
Was it any of us?
He was
How old were you when you was a freshman?
a senior.
Bet.
Okay, so I was a senior about to graduate. He was a cool kid. You know, whatever. I had an English accent. Your buddy from England.
Sam.
Listen,
Shouts out Sam.
It's his brother, his younger brother.
Oscar?
Bet.
Yeah, well, I wasn't going to say names, but yes, that guy.
You already said Sam.
True. Shout out Oscar. This man
You just
told
cut
me
it.
that he had never listened to music. Not like he's
Sorry,
never
man.
listened to music, but like he doesn't listen to it for like enjoyment. Like he doesn't listen to music.
I was like that until high school.
How? So
Number
tell
one,
me your thought
sociopath
process. I'm
behavior.
seriously, this is
I don't
such
understand.
amazing that you're
I don't know.
here
I
because
didn't ever have any interest in listening to music. I don't know.
I could
you
see
just
it. Like, I've
couldn't
never been like that, but it seems
vibe
like
to anything?
it seems possible that you would just listen to it and it doesn't affect you.
Music
Like, you
is
just
music
listen
is
to
in
it and it's
everything,
like,
bro.
it's like, okay,
I didn't
music,
really like
whatever. There's
like
sounds,
everything.
whatever.
Like I had music and stuff that I liked, but like I didn't listen to it really.
Interesting.
So you would never go out. You would never seek out listening to a song.
Right.
Weird.
Like
Yeah,
I
weird.
know I'd hear songs and be like, yeah, I like that song, but I'd never put on music
Yeah.
until high school, I think.
Huh. What did you start listening to? Like, if you're a complete music virgin, at least like when it comes to
Why did I stop
actually
listening?
establishing your like music taste.
Probably
Eminem.
Breaking
no.
I'm just
No, I think
I listened to a lot of Breaking
I
Bad.
think the
Facts.
first thing that I like actually started listening to was probably end of 8th grade. I probably started listening to Imagine Dragons.
Oh yeah, facts.
We
Shout
all
out
had that
Imagine
phase.
Dragons.
And
Shut
then
up.
after that,
Imagine Dragons.
yeah, they don't need it. They're like the most famous.
They're doing well.
On
I'm
every
sure.
movie soundtrack.
Yeah.
God,
I
for
think
real. Their
and
music
then
got way worse after Evolve, bro. Origins, I think it was Origin or Origins. That album was not.
I haven't listened to any of their stuff in forever. I don't know.
Yeah, facts.
I got into them late, bro. That's me with every artist. I get into every artist 2 years after they're mainstream. But I feel like a lot of these people be putting out their best stuff after they're mainstream. Like when they start to.
Yeah.
I say that. I don't know who I'm talking about, except like maybe Wayne.
Yeah.
Because like Funeral and whatnot, I think Funeral is crazy. Not that Wayne's not mainstream anymore, but I feel like back in the day he was much more talked about. I could be completely
I think he's just at a point right now where he's just a staple of hip hop.
Yeah, exactly.
Like everybody knows.
Okay, yeah, he's a staple.
I think I'm good to go,
But
guys.
he's all right.
Okay.
My guy, have a great day. It was good to
Thanks.
see
See
you.
you later, Keaton. I appreciate you.
Shout out Keaton.
Shout out
Appreciate
Keaton.
you, bro. My God, for real. Listen, Lil Wayne, you kidding me? Listen, this man stays talked about. Every album. Let me hear it. Let me lick the rapper. You know,
it just feels like back in like the Carter 4 days. It feels like people know those songs way more than they know his songs now. Like people don't seem to recognize his stuff.
Wayne 5 though.
But that's what I was gonna say. The Carter 5.
Carter 5.
Whenever that
shouts out the Carter 5.
Shout out the Carter 5.
Shouts out the Carter
Listen,
5.
I don't know if you were really keeping up because like Corey, you really came from like rock, metal, like that music. So you weren't really into the rap scene that much.
Not at all.
2018 when this album came out, right? So when this album dropped, it blew everyone's mind. That song Mona Lisa with Kendrick Lamar, that was talked about.
It's the greatest song ever.
It's a great song.
Greatest song ever.
That album blew everything.
I guess I'm just thinking because with Funeral and No Ceilings, it feels like people like
No Ceilings is an old mixtape,
right? But there's some songs on Funeral that people are talking about, like Mahogany goes crazy.
Yeah,
that one's crazy. But it seems like. I don't know. I guess it just seems to me like he fell off from the Carter 5 to Funeral, but maybe the Carter 6 will come along, and that's all everyone's talking about. I could see
F word. You said fell off.
Okay, so
not fell off, but like went down. It feels like people don't talk about Funeral.
Let me explain this. So
you know a lot more about this than I do.
Let me explain just how to make greatness straight at the gate. I'm sorry. Dude, shout out Eminem for being the worst rapper ever.
Okay, listen. So like
Eminem sucks.
This is my opinion.
Okay,
honestly, this is like speculation, but I keep up with it a lot.
Yeah.
Like so, Lil Wayne released the Carter 5. That album went berserk. When was Carter 4 released?
I don't even know, bro.
Years, you know, like it was a while.
Years.
You know what I mean? I honestly don't know when the Carter 4 was released, but it was a minute.
2000.
So before the Carter 5 came out, that was a masterpiece. Okay, not even that far down the road, 2 years later, whatever, Funeral comes out, dropped. That I honestly first listen, second listen, didn't like the album. Thought it was kind of not great. After further study, I really dug into it a couple months later and really enjoyed the album. It's a great album now.
I think
really
it's
love
excellent.
it.
Yeah.
I don't know why, but the first time, a couple times I listened to it, didn't enjoy it.
Some albums are like that. It just takes a while.
Exactly.
I agree.
He makes so now he's kind of in this form, and I don't know whether or not he's going to create. He's been doing a lot of music videos like in the recent past, you know. So my point is, I think that the Carter 6 is going to be this masterpiece that we've been waiting for.
Really?
Because he wouldn't like, I don't know.
Yeah,
Funeral I feel like was a fill-in.
Yeah,
Because I feel like that's why I didn't like it at first, because I was expecting the Carter 6 and then did not get it and was like, nah, this is not it.
I guess it just seems like people don't talk about Funeral as much as I would expect them to if he was on the level that he was when the Carter 5 came out. But yeah, that sounds like it could be the case.
Right.
It was more of a filler. But what exactly were you expecting in Carter 6 that you didn't get?
It's a different Wayne, in my opinion. So the beats on this were crazy, but I felt that there was no point to the songs. I felt that there was no point to the songs. I was like, what is this? Like, what do you... I mean, the bars, the first initial thought that I had from the first couple listens, I was like, yeah, bars, ridiculous. Can't argue that. Ridiculous. But I was like, what is the point of making this album, Wayne? Like, there is nothing to it. I understood that there's 24 songs, Kobe, it had to do with that. But it really didn't make sense to me. It was just a couple, I don't know. I really love Wayne. He's he's literally there. He's top for me.
All right, top 5.
Literally.
Top 5.
Wayne, Eminem.
Wait,
this is not in a specific order.
Okay.
Wayne, Eminem. Are we talking about live?
Yes.
Okay, so Wayne, Eminem.
You say live?
Alive.
Oh, yeah.
Dang. There's no one else good. Just kidding. Nas.
Alive?
Nas is alive.
I know, but are we talking about in the game right now?
What are we talking? What are we talking
the
best?
current state of hip hop right now.
Okay. Like my favorites?
The best.
Well,
objectively.
You think the best rappers are.
Oh, man. Okay, so objectively, I say Lil Durk, Eminem, What is the deal?
Lil Durk is your first one?
Lil Keed.
Pooh Shiesty. What's your next one?
Not Pooh Shiesty. He's hard, but like... You said objectively.
Okay, objectively.
Oh, objectively.
Objectively.
My bad. I took it as subjectively.
Yeah, oh, okay.
Objectively.
Objectively.
Got you. Okay, best rappers out.
Yeah.
JID, bro. For me,
okay, yes.
I think he's the best.
Eminem, Lil Wayne.
He's the best lyricist.
Eminem, Lil Wayne, JID, No specific order.
Yeah, Lil Wayne for me too.
Okay, try to create the most agreeable top 5 list. That's the whole point.
Kendrick, J.I.D., Eminem, Lil Wayne.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Who am I missing?
Dude, obviously Lil Skies.
I'm gonna take
Lil Skies will go
Russ.
Yeah, I gotta say J.I.D., J. Cole, Wayne,
J. Cole.
Eminem, not for me.
He's fire, but
I think he's good, but I can't put him up there with those other guys.
Yeah.
I don't know, but J. Cole's up there. J. Cole's definitely
is up there. It's been a minute.
He's good.
I don't listen to
rest in peace.
I don't think so.
Rest
I don't
in peace.
think like compared.
Nah. Chance the Rapper's dead. Chance the Rapper died.
I really never liked Chance the Rapper.
He's gone.
Never liked him.
He's gone.
Acid Corday.
Who?
Corday.
Corday's really good, but
he's good, but he's doing that thing that Joyner Lucas did, where he's too literal in all of his songs, and you can't really, you know what I mean? Like you need to have that element.
I don't know.
Well, the
I
Parables.
Okay. Parables.
The
was
Parables
so
were just dropped, and that was
Shout
hard. But like
Parables.
before that, what did we have? We had a really good album, a really solid album,
that
and then a bunch of hard singles that were like gangster singles.
Eminem remix was crazy.
Bro, listen, his album. His album says it all. I listened to that album, and he's up there.
It's a great album.
Good.
Like, and his freestyles are crazy. I don't know. His freestyles are crazy.
Did you guys ever see? Oh my gosh, I cannot remember his name. That terrible freestyle that's been blowing up recently.
I don't know if it was recent.
Smoke Perp. Have you heard this?
I think so.
Oh, we'll put it in right now. Just go ahead and put it in. There it is. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It is literally
for sure.
the worst freestyle I've ever seen.
No,
like when people go on the Breakfast Club or Funk Flex or whatever, like you expect them to at least put together words. He is as if he's never even tried in his entire life.
Hey, shouts out Tory Lanez.
Shouts out Tory Lanez for being so good at freestyling
Tory Lanez
and being involved. Shouts out
Tory
to
Lanez is up there. He's got to be up there with those
Tory
guys.
Lanez is literally one of my favorite artists.
Yeah, he's my favorite person who shot someone in the foot. Definitely.
He didn't do a thing.
I don't think he did it. I don't know.
She dropped charges.
Oh, did she?
Yes.
All right.
Shout
out to me for being uninformed.
Yeah. Facts.
Shouts out.
Talk to me.
Shouts out to gas prices.
Shouts out to Joe Biden.
Shouts out to Joe Biden with the gas prices.
No shouts out to Joe Biden.
Shouts out to Joe Biden.
Shouts out to the sleepiest man on earth.
Shouts out to Joe Biden for being amazing and the best president ever, and everything is fixed now.
Listen, it's my time to go.
Yep.
It's cap.
All right, man.
You got to bounce.
Here's what we're doing. We're going to Whataburger, and
I'm hungry, bro. I'll go.
So
shouts out to this sticker that's on Simeon's ass. All right, now that he's gone, hey, dude, listen, me, you, and Garrett.
Yeah.
You think of me, you, and Garrett. All right, let's get going.
Got you, bro. Listen. Hey, thanks everyone for watching. We'll see you guys later. We're gonna go to Whataburger.
Oh yeah.